Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Curfew in Arnett Gardens, Kingston West after dawn killed. A 48-hour curfew has been imposed in sections of Arnett Garden, Top Jungle, Hopeful Village and sections of Trenton Park in Kingston West Police Division. The curfew began at 8 a.m. on Sunday, October 15 and will remain in effect until 8 p.m. on Tuesday, October 17. The security measure follows Saturday's evening killing of a man who residents say is a don from the Top Jungle section of the community. Damani Taylor, otherwise called Hochipang, was shot dead in a section of the community known as Baka Wall. The boundaries of the curfew are north along an imaginary line from the Runabout vicinity to the Tank of Studio One Boulevard vicinity, L.S. Duhaney and Company Limited. East along Snipen Road from L.S. Duhaney and Company Limited to the Torrington Bridge. South along an imaginary line from the Torrington Bridge to the intersection of 8th Street and Collie Smith Drive. West along Collie Smith Drive from the intersection of 8th Street and Collie Smith Drive to the Runabout vicinity of the Tank. During the hours of the curfew, all persons within its boundaries are required to remain within their premises for 48 hours unless otherwise authorized by the ground commander. Portmore farmer charged for trapping man in Portland. A Waterford Portmore St. Catherine farmer is to face the Portland Parish Court on Tuesday for trapping a man. 32-year-old Sean Laban is charged with wounding with intent. The incident happened on the night of Saturday, October 7 in Long Bay, Portland. The police report that about 10:20 p.m., a man was at his place of employment when Laban attacked him and inflicted chop wounds to his body. The man was rescued and rushed to hospital where he is being treated. The matter was later reported to the police, and Laban was arrested and taken into custody. He was charged on Thursday, October 12. Travel hosts no longer recommending Crab Circle after viral video. American travel host David Hoffman says he is no longer recommending the Crab Circle in Kingston as a destination for food following the viral video of a video relieving herself at one of the stalls at the popular eatery. David operates the popular David's Been There YouTube channel, which sees the hosts travel to different food spots across the world and engage in the local cuisine. He recently visited Jamaica and filmed an entire video series of the eateries in the islands, including Crab Circle, where he was served to crabs by the vendors at the center of the controversial incident, which resulted in the facility being shuttered by health authorities. Noting that he takes his recommendation seriously, David addressed the Crab Circle controversy in a recent video on his post on his channel. At the moment, I am not recommending that destination Crab Circle. I hope they get the facility they need for the place to be better, David, whose channel has more than 1.2 million subscribers, stated. He added, however, let's not make the action of a few people ruin a destination. Kingston is beautiful, Jamaica is amazing, the food there will blow your mind. After closing Crab Circle, the health department commenced sanitization work on the stalls at the facility located at National Hero Circle. Additionally, the health authorities instructed that portable toilets will be installed and the vendors acquired food handlers permits before the facility is reopened. Prime Minister Andrew Holness calls on Jamaicans to be heroes as the country observes National Heroes Day. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is calling on every Jamaican to be a hero. His call comes as the country commemorates National Heroes Day, which is being celebrated today. For his part, Opposition Leader Mark Golden is calling on the relevant authorities to ensure that they live up to the ideals of their heroes for which they have fought.
Today, it's a day wherein we celebrate the strength, service, and sacrifice of our national heroes. And importantly, a day that calls upon us to look within ourselves and put into action our own heroism in the service of our country and our fellow citizens. Jamaica needs heroes. Our nation was built on the backs of our heroes, and if we are going to continue our march towards peace and progress and prosperity for our people, we must all answer the call to be heroes. We need our society to be a society of heroes who do the right things, say the right things, and live in the right ways that promote harmony in our society. We need heroes dedicated to uplifting our country by fostering positive dialogue and not the sharing of and the participation in destructive misinformation practices, our individual actions in our circle of influence, whether it be amongst our friends, families, churches, schools, clubs, and groups, have a profound impact on our country as a whole. We cannot allow our society to sink into moral, intellectual, social, and economic depression. We must choose to make our country better through our daily actions.
Our heroes fought for our freedom from enslavement, oppression, and exploitation. They would want us to achieve our full political and economic independence, shedding all residual vestiges of colonial subjugation. They epitomize the unbreakable spirit of unity that defines us as Jamaicans. National Heroes Day is also an appropriate occasion to address the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for our country. When we reflect on the values and principles that our national heroes lived and died for, we must ask ourselves some pertinent questions. Are we living up to those ideals? Are we working to make Jamaica a land of opportunity and equality for all our citizens, regardless of their background or circumstances? Are we doing enough to address the social and economic inequalities that persist in our society even today? Our national heroes would want us to continue striving for a better Jamaica. They would want to see us building a Jamaica where every child has access to quality education, where every Jamaican has the opportunity to earn a decent living by lawful means, and where the rights and dignity of every Jamaican are respected and protected by our nation state. It is our responsibility to carry forward their vision and work towards a brighter future for all.
Governor General does not require visa for UK travel, British High Commander. British High Commander to Jamaica Judith Slater says the Governor General of Jamaica does not require a visa to visit the United Kingdom. She was responding to a concern raised by Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs Marlene Malahoo Ford. Independence Constitution of Jamaica 1962 gives deepest protection to British monarchy in Government of Jamaica. Governor General is personal representative of the King's Charles III. Why should the Governor General be required to apply for and obtain visa to travel to the United Kingdom on official business? Malahoo Ford asked on X, formerly Twitter, on Sunday. Slater and the UK Home Office, equivalent to Jamaica's Ministry of National Security, were tagged in the query. The High Commander answered on Monday morning. The Governor General and Lady Allen are not required to obtain a visa, but rather a vignette or stamp is put in their passports which states that they are exempted from requiring visas. This is renewed every 2 years, Slater stated on X. Ordinary Jamaicans must obtain a visa to visit the United Kingdom, including going to London-based Privy Council, the country's final court of appeal. Brenner imposed a visa restriction on Jamaica in 2003, arguing that it was an immigration measure. However, critics claim it was to respond to drug and gun-related crimes. Malahoo Ford is a co-chairperson on the government's Constitutional Reform Committee, which is tasked with driving the process to have Jamaica delink from the monarchy and become a republic. The government has been criticized for its lack of clarity on the status of the Privy Council in the reform efforts. Earlier this month, Malahoo Ford said Prime Minister Andrew Holness will in short order disclose the administration's position on whether Jamaica should accede to the appellate jurisdiction of the Caribbean Court of Justice. The opposition People's National Party, whose support is needed for the Republican transition, said it will not support that push without the simultaneous replacement of the Privy Council.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification